My name is Brent Weaver, and I am so excited to welcome you all to this event for online businesses, SMBs, agencies, and the e-commerce community, our valued customers all over the world. Our goal is to help you prepare for the upcoming holiday season and beyond with 3 jam-packed days talking about website optimization, revenue and growth, AI and innovation. We've got some amazing speakers, topics, panels, and I'm just checking out chat. I'm seeing lots of positive energy, so let's keep that going. We're going to be hanging out with you all in chat over the next few days. So bring those questions, bring those comments, connect with one another. Before we get into our first session, I want to make sure that everybody has a brief overview of our platform features. We've got a couple of fun interactive features for you here on this amazing virtual event. The first thing is our booth. If you want to connect with Cloudways or UGURUS or some of our partner brands, check out our booths. We're going to be offering giveaways like free credits and resources that are only available if you stop into those booths and talk to some of our partners as well as our Cloudways team. If you have any event challenges, you need any event-related assistance, there's a feature called Room. So go drop into the room and our team can help you with any event-related assistance. We also have a networking feature, so you can connect with other online business owners just like you. So make sure that your profile is up to date so that you can build some valuable connections over these couple of days here at the Prepathon. And then, of course, there's the scheduled tab. So check out the schedule of upcoming speakers. Make sure you subscribe for notifications so you don't miss any of the live sessions, because that's where it's at. Coming in and engaging, asking questions from your favorite speakers, and all that good stuff. We're also going to be running a few surveys during the event. This is our 4th Prepathon, which some of you here have probably been with us over the last 4 Prepathons. And every year, the team at Cloudways takes it up just another notch. So your feedback is invaluable to us. So make sure that you complete those surveys over the course of the event, and that will help our team continue to improve these amazing online events for you. We're going to be running a few activities. I'm going to be hosting a few of these, and I have to say, the Cloudways team has done a fantastic job in creating some fun and engaging contests that we're going to be doing over the next couple of days to win things like Cloudways swag, hosting credits, and gift cards. So make sure you stick with us as we go through some of those very fun contests. And of course, there's a leaderboard contest. So as you earn points for participation, engaging, asking questions, you're going to earn a bunch of prizes as well. And at the very end of this Prepathon, I'm going to be announcing our winners of that contest. And the winner announcement last year was the first time we did it. It was a lot of fun just to see and get to reward some of the amazing participation we had from some awesome agencies, freelancers, e-commerce businesses, SMBs over the last 3 days. So we're looking forward to that leaderboard contest giveaways at the event, at the end of our event as well. And I'm seeing lots of emojis. Y'all know me from the live streams. I'm a big fan of those emoji reactions. So when you see one of our speakers up here and they're dropping major value, just like shower them with those emojis. Doesn't cost you anything, makes the speaker feel nice and warm inside, tells them that they're doing a good job. So let's make sure that those emojis get fired up when you guys are learning and engaging and experiencing lots of fun stuff. So you've probably heard enough from me to kick things off. I will be back, going to be co-hosting several of our sessions over the next 3 days, but it is my absolute pleasure to welcome the general manager of Cloudways, Suhaib Zaheer, to the stage. He's going to be opening some remarks about the Cloudways vision and how to empower SMBs online. Suhaib, welcome to the program, man.
Thank you so much, Brent. Thanks for kicking us off and for that amazing intro. And I love your energy. You always get us started the best way possible. So thank you for that. Let me quickly pull up. Let me know if you can see that. All right. So thanks again, Brent, for everyone. And a huge thank you to everyone here joining us as we kick off our annual Prepathon event. So first things first, I wanted to talk a little bit about how Cloudways is empowering small businesses to scale and succeed in today's digital landscape. So in a world where technology is advancing at breakneck speed, customer expectations are higher than ever, and SMBs across the globe are facing unique challenges in keeping pace. Limited resources, technical complexities, and the constant pressure to innovate can make growth feel like an uphill battle. especially for small businesses who are finding it harder and harder to compete with the larger competitors in their industry. But at Cloudways, we believe that every small business deserves access to the tools, the capabilities that can level the playing field. I mean, that's why we've made it our mission to provide reliable, scalable, and easy to use cloud hosting solutions that really enable SMBs to punch above their weight. Our goal is to unlock the limitless potential that small businesses have through democratizing cloud technology for everyone. So, how exactly does Cloudways empower SMBs? Well, it starts with our deep understanding of the pain points and aspirations of smaller organizations. So, at Cloudways, we talk to tens of thousands of small businesses every single month. And we know that many of you wear lots of hats and are constantly juggling competing priorities. And the last thing that you need is to get bogged down in the technical weeds of infrastructure management. And that's the reason we built our platform from the ground up to abstract away those complexities and let you really focus on what matters, your business. And with Cloudways, you don't need to be a cloud expert to harness its power. The intuitive interface that we built and the automated tools make it simple for you to deploy, manage, and scale your applications, whether you're a startup just finding your footing or an established business looking to take things to the next level. But, and this is the most important thing, simplicity doesn't mean sacrificing capability. Far from it, actually. And Cloudways gives you the flexibility to access the world's leading cloud providers, so DigitalOcean, AWS, Google Cloud, Vultr, and Linode. But the best part is that you get that raw power and flexibility of those platforms, but with a layer of management and optimization that ensures you're always getting the most bang for your buck. We've launched a variety of tools and workflows that help small businesses drive efficiency and growth. So, for example, if you're running a digital web agency and you're looking for things like staging environments, Teams access to enabling collaboration across your organization, or even for solutions that can help with things like invoicing and billing your clients every month, I mean, we've got you covered. And this year, we launched one of our new flagship products, Cloudways Autonomous, to help take things even further. So, Autonomous is much more than just managed hosting. It's a fully automated solution that continually optimizes your applications for performance, security, and cost efficiency. With Autonomous, you can deploy and scale in minutes, automatically heal from failures, and ensure your applications are always running at peak performance. It's like having a team of expert cloud engineers working around the clock for your business without the overhead. And what I'd love to do right now is I'm going to turn it over to Ayaz, one of our senior engineering leaders at Cloudways, and he's going to give you a quick demo of how powerful this platform is. So Ayaz, over to you.
Thank you, Suhaib, and welcome everyone. So, because we're talking about autonomous, we built autonomous from the ground up to cater to a number of important customer pain points. And one of the most important pain points that we had for customers was the ability to auto-scale workloads as traffic increases to their sites. And so that is the most important feature that we've built in autonomous and what we think it is the best for. And of course, there are other features that I'll talk about later on. But the best way to show you or make you understand how autoscaling for autonomous works is by showing you a recorded demo of how an application on autonomous performs compared to an application that's running on a single tier server on Cloudways when it's put under load. So I am going to share a demo that we have. Let me just load that up. So here, this is a demo where on the left side, you have an application that's deployed on a single tier Cloudways server. And then you have the same application on the right side deployed on autonomous. And we have a load test that starts with, let's say, 50, a burst of 50 clients, and then it goes all the way up to 500. And it concurrently maintains the load as it goes along. And this is a 100-second test just to give you an idea of how well autonomous performs. Now, if you look at both the charts, one of the things that you would see is that on the single tier thing, the average response time actually grows to a big number over time, and it grows linearly over here. But when you look at autonomous, you do see that the average response time is very gradual in the way it increases. And one of the things that you would notice is these small bumps over here in response time. And these are the bumps where the actual auto scaling is kicking in, and it's seamlessly scaling your workloads so that they're able to withstand the traffic that's coming in. And because we optimize autonomous to start with a very small set of resources, as traffic starts to get in, it starts to scale up. So you would see that there's an initial jump here, which means that as more requests, concurrent requests are coming in, it has behind the scenes started to scale the workloads. And then momentarily, this response time goes back to its standard acceptable. And then it will continue to go like this until it meets the second auto scaling event in the background, which then bumps up the response time for just a mere instance, and then it goes back again. And then ultimately, throughout the test, you will see that compared to a single server instance, the autonomous average response time is much more gradual, it's much more acceptable, and eventually pretty less compared to what a single server, 2 GB server can achieve. And also the amount of bandwidth that gets sent back and forth on autonomous is also higher in compared to what's going on with the server. So this just, I mean, this is a very quick demo, but it showcases the way autonomous auto scales behind the scenes. Now, this is something that when you look at the other features that come with autonomous, things like, Cloudways, Enterprise, and Object Cache Flow that is available. And when you look at the beatable price that it comes at, it makes for a very compelling alternative to any other platform if you're looking for auto scaling. So if you haven't tried this out, I would recommend you go ahead over to Cloudways and give it a whirl and see how well your application is able to withstand increasing workloads and how well the system is able to accommodate these scaling events to be able to make sure that your site at any point does not go down, and it consistently performs with the kind of average response times and other metrics that you're used to. Thank you. Over to you, Suhaib.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Give me one sec here. Let's come up. All right. So thanks, Ayaz, again for doing that awesome demo. Now, I'd love to take a minute to do something I love to do the most, which is highlight one of our customers. And I'll talk a little bit about how autonomous is really helping them out. So Local & Company is a web development team and design and marketing agency based out of Cape Town. And they, like many other digital agencies, they deliver projects for a broad array of customers across all sorts of verticals. One of their e-commerce clients is called Hydraulics. Hydraulics is a high-profile athleisure fashion brand native to South Africa. So when Hydraulics was with their previous vendor, they were having a ton of issues with their online store and often experienced up to 20% downtime, really during those peak sales periods. This is a problem that many e-commerce stores around the globe have, is when traffic spikes, you consume resources. And again, depending on the environment you're sitting in, sometimes that will lead to suspensions and downtime and other things of that nature, which is why we built this autonomous product. I mean, very directly for these specific types of use cases is one great example. So when their integration point with their retail system would hit, it'll also slow down transactions. And sometimes the system, their POS system, would take more than 4 minutes to connect. So for any of you who have either run e-commerce sites or or many of us who shop on e-commerce sites daily, you know what it feels like. I mean, 1 minute of something spinning can feel like an eternity. And it definitely doesn't leave a great brand impression, can lead to bounce rates and loss of sales. So when they shifted their website over to autonomous, what they saw was a drastic improvement in not only their website's performance, and of course they're achieving a 0% downtime with autonomous due to that auto scaling functionality, but the connection to their POS system takes less than 10 seconds, which is a huge improvement over the previous 4+ minutes that it used to take. And that's just one example of how performance and ease of use is really helping our customers real time and solving these very real challenges. So what else are we up to in 2024? So we've touched on autonomous, which is, again, a very exciting product that we just launched this year. But I want to talk about a couple of other exciting things that we've recently launched or we're currently in the process of launching in the coming months. So the first thing I want to touch on is malware protection. It's our new partnership with Immunified 360. And then I'm going to quickly dive into Cloudways Copilot, which is potentially the most exciting thing that we're going to do this year. So fast forwarding over to what we just launched with enhanced security. We just launched malware protection. Again, this integration is done with our partner at Immunified 360. And this one is massively important to us because we know that protecting your business and your customer data should always be a top priority. And staying ahead of evolving threats, that in itself can feel like a full-time job. And that's why we were so thrilled to announce this integration with Immunified 360. They've got this cutting-edge security firewall that we've integrated across all of our Cloudways flexible applications. So this provides that added layer of defense against malware, intrusion attempts, and other security threats without you having to lift a finger. But we're not going to stop there. We're also rolling out a real-time malware detection and alerts across the platform. So this way you can identify and squash any issues before they snowball into bigger problems. With these upgrades, obviously, you'll be able to sleep easier at night knowing your applications and data are protected by some of the most advanced security tech in the business. Now, as exciting as all this stuff has been, what I'm really, really, really thrilled to talk about is what we are doing with AI. And I would say that all of the product releases we've done are just really the tip of the iceberg when it comes to our long-term vision and how we're thinking of using AI and this technology to truly revolutionize how small businesses operate and compete. And artificial intelligence, as you all know, is going to be a game changer, and it already is a game changer in so many ways. Now, I know that AI can feel like a buzzword or something that's only accessible to the biggest enterprises with the deepest pockets. But at Cloudways, our goal is to democratize AI and make its power available to businesses of all sizes. We are envisioning a future where every small business can leverage AI to automate routine tasks, gain deep insights into their customers and their operations, and truly make smarter and faster decisions that enable and drive growth. So what does that look like in practice? For starters, imagine a hosting environment that uses machine learning to continuously optimize itself and predict and proactively scale for traffic spikes before they happen, or one that can automatically detect and patch vulnerabilities, keeping your application secure without any manual intervention required. But the potential of AI goes way beyond infrastructure management. We're exploring ways of integrating AI capabilities directly into the tools that you use to build and run your business. So imagine being able to build intelligent chatbots that can handle, customer queries 24/7, or a recommendation engine that surfaces personalized upsell opportunities based on your customer's user behavior. With these AI building blocks, and these advanced use cases could become drag and drop, and that's simple in the future, and that's sort of our goal and our aspiration. And then perhaps the most exciting potential for AI is to give SMBs unprecedented insight into their customers and markets. We're exploring working on tools that can analyze vast amounts of user data from your on-site behavior to social sentiment, surface actionable insights to really help you better understand and serve your audiences. And these type of deep customer sort of intelligence, which has really traditionally been accessible only to these giant corporations, our goal and what we're striving for is to enable the small businesses to really compete on an entirely new level. Now, of course, bringing this to life is not going to happen overnight. So as a first step, I'm extremely excited to announce that we're working to launch the first product in our AI suite, which is called Cloudways Copilot. And here's why. Today, customers come to us because they know that we're subject matter experts that they can rely on. But we believe their focus should be on their business and thinking about how to operate successfully without being concerned about the underlying technology, whether it's going to scale as the business grows or run into any other sort of infrastructure challenges. And today, the reality is this: websites are becoming more complex, the traffic that they're getting is becoming more complex, and the attention that they're getting is exploding, right? And as a business attracts more of this complex traffic and they continue to grow, the chances increase that they'll run into issues with their applications or the underlying or the underpinning technology stack used to serve customers. And sometimes things can go wrong when we experiment with different website tools. These issues can be complex in nature. They can require deep troubleshooting to find the root causes. And not only does that require sort of deep technical knowledge and domain expertise, it also requires a ton of time and patience. And that's been a long-running cause of frustration for customers around the world, right? They just want to know how to be guided to fix issues when they arrive. And that's where we believe that Cloudways Copilot comes in. So I'm going to invite Ayaz back to do a very quick demo of what this initial product will be. And so over to Ayaz.
Thank you, Suhaib. So I'm very excited to talk about what we have been building behind the scenes and how we have been leveraging AI to do that. And one of the ways in which we've been thinking about leveraging AI is what we can do to make the lives of our customers better and easier on the platform. And so we've been doing a lot of brainstorming to come up with what exactly that means, because we're not just going in and throwing AI just to build a simple thing. We're looking for something that really creates value for our customers. So Cloudways Copilot is a suite of a number of things that we will build and release over the coming months. And so, but right now it tackles two broad categories of problems, and I'll give you a very short demo of both of these. So the first category that I'll present, let me share that. So those of you who do have WordPress or WooCommerce or serious sites hosted on Cloudways at the moment, understand that when something goes wrong with your server or with your application, it is a big hassle. You have to first figure out that something has gone down. It could be your customers telling you that your site is down, or it could be something else. But at Cloudways, we have a full-fledged monitoring and alerting system in place. What it does is that it constantly monitors your servers and your applications to make sure, hey, a different stack of problems have happened or are happening. And when it detects that, let's say, maybe something on your web stack has malfunctioned or has gone down, let's say your Apache server has gone down or your Nginx server has gone down, or there's something wrong with database, anything that would cause your website to go down or respond in a not normal way, we have this monitoring system that would automatically detect it, and then it would raise an alert that would bubble up and eventually land into your inbox. Now, today, when you get an alert, it looks like something like this. The only problem is when you click on this, and when you go inside, you don't get a lot of details about what actually caused that alert to happen, what was the real problem, why it happened, and what you can do about it. So with AI Insights, we're utilizing the power of AI to actually figure out what exactly caused that problem, why exactly it happened, and what are some Cloudways specific recommendations that you can follow in order to fix those problems. And so, for example, in this case, you have an application where the web stack started to malfunction because there were a lot of unoptimized database queries running on the server. And so what was happening was that as each specific query was taking a lot of time because it was unoptimized, they were piling up on the database. And when they were piling up on the database, that was creating a cascading effect all the way up to the stack, snowballing into a problem where all the web servers were starting to choke in, and so requests were stuck in the pipeline, not able to serve content to your clients, and eventually your clients were actually waiting on the website to for the page to load completely. So it's a very common issue that happens. So through the power of AI, we're able to figure out what exactly is the problem, which specific table is not optimized, and what's causing it. And in the email, you have this button, which when you click it, will take you to a specific page that we have that we call the new incident response page on the server. And this will open up a widget on the side that will give you all the details about what actually happened that generated that alert, what were the problem, what caused it, and what are the recommendations that you can make. This is just a start. And with AI-powered insights, again, the idea is for all of these issues that we can go into and figure the root cause of, we can do it pretty quickly with AI and present it to you right away in the form of an email or on the platform in a widget so that you can understand what's going on with your server and how to fix it. So this is the AI Insights part that we are building and planning to launch later this year. And we feel that this is going to generate a lot of value for our customers, specifically customers where these kind of issues happen from time to time and can end up causing a lot of grievances and frustrations. And importantly, figuring out the root cause for these and how to solve them takes a lot of time right now. So this is going to drastically cut the amount of time that it takes for you to figure out what's going on. So the other broad category that we're tackling with Copilot is what we call an automation of repetitive tasks. So I'll show you a video of what that looks like, and I'll explain what that is. Let me share that first. So if you love the Cloudways platform, I'm assuming you spend a lot of time on the Cloudways platform doing a lot of tasks that would be redundant for you. For example, stopping the server, restarting the server, clearing the varnish cache, taking a backup, deleting a backup, doing a restore. There are a lot of things that you could do depending on how involved you are with the platform. And consider that if you have a lot of applications and a lot of servers, doing this across a bunch of those becomes really problematic. I mean, it's not a good use of your time because these are redundant tasks that you should not be spending time doing. And then there's always the element where you can accidentally perform an action because you've been doing it too repeatedly across a broad range of applications and servers. So you would accidentally do it on a server and an application that you did not want to do it and end up causing problem. So the second part of the Cloudways Copilot is a widget that's always available to you. You can think of it as your personal AI assistant, and it understands natural human language. So you can give it specific commands in just English and tell it to do anything on the platform on your behalf. So in this case, you're asking it to clear varnish cache across all the servers that you have. And it's intelligent enough to understand what you want, find out all the servers that you have available, confirm that this is what exactly you want to do, and then start one by one performing that action across the servers that it has just taken permission from you to do on. And this is just not restricted to doing things like clearing the varnish cache. It could be used to do anything that you do on the platform right now, which, as I said, could be taking a backup, deleting a backup, starting a server, stopping a server, enabling an add-on, maybe interacting with any other feature that we make available. And it's not restricted to just doing it across all the servers. You can ask it to do it on just one application, 2 applications, 1 server, 3 servers, or as many as you want. The great thing is that it leverages the power of generative AI, and the thing that we have come to love about ChatGPT is that it understands that human language, and it's able to very uniquely figure out what exactly you want and then go ahead and do it for you. And we believe that this kind of a Copilot or your AI assistant is going to bring a lot of value to you if you use our platform on a daily basis to perform these tasks. And it can help save a lot of your time or your teammates' time and make sure that you can spend that time focusing on what's important for you, which is growing your business and focusing on that instead of spending time doing these redundant things. So these are, 2 of the several things that are in the pipeline that we have been working on and which we feel that we could leverage the power of AI to create a lasting impact for our customers. And in the coming months, we would be slowly releasing these and make them available to you. Thank you. Over to you, Suhaib.
Amazing. Thank you, Ayaz, for that awesome demo. And like Ayaz, I mean, I'm super, super excited for what's to come. And I hope you all are as well, as we've given you a sneak preview. As we close out today, I wanted to leave you with a very simple but powerful idea. With the right tools and the right partner, there's really no limits to what your small business can achieve. And at Cloudways, our role is to really be that partner. We want to give you access to cutting edge technology, to expertise, and most importantly, the support that you need to really move your dreams forward. I mean, our unwavering commitment to small business success, innovative solutions that we're going to continue deploying to simplify the cloud management, and our very ambitious vision for an AI powered future. We want to be the rocket fuel for your growth journey. And whether you're just getting off the ground or reaching new heights, we're going to be there empowering you every step of the way. So dream big, move fast, embrace the power of technology to really transform your business. And just know that with Cloudways in your corner, the sky is truly the limit. Thanks for your time. And now Ayaz and I are happy to answer any questions you might have. I'll turn it over to Brent, and he'll help facilitate.
Yeah. This is game-changing stuff, guys. I was like backstage, like jumping around as Ayaz was showing Copilot. So I know from personal experience, having to go in and update lots of servers one by one, Copilot is a massive lift for businesses managing a lot of activity on Cloudways. So we did get quite a few questions on Copilot. So we're going to maybe kind of hit that first, if you all don't mind. I'm curious, Ayaz, how does AI handle security concerns? This came in from Amir Hanza.
Yeah, so we're very mindful of that, and we, as with the journal way AI security concerns and AI handle, one of the things that people do is build a lot of guardrails, and they make sure that information that's specific to customers is not leaking out or is being used for there. So there are a lot of guardrails that we're putting in place. And then we're also looking at how we make sure that instead of leveraging third-party LLMs, we can and eventually will run our own LLMs hosted on our own infrastructure. So that means that none of your data is actually going out eventually in the longer term. So that ensures that your data is secure and you don't have to worry about that being used by anybody else to train on. And then, of course, guardrails that we put into the Copilot ensure that it's not able to perform anything other than what we tell it to, and in a way that we think is the most secure way for it to be able to do that. So you can't go in and say, hey, go ahead and do something that you cannot do right now on the platform. You're only allowed to do what we support and what we whitelist in that. So security is top of mind, and I know that with AI and the power of Gen AI, there are a lot of possibilities that open up, and with those possibilities, there is avenue for bad things that you could use AI to do and end up damaging. So we're very mindful of that, and we're making sure a lot of these security guardrails and other limitations are put in place. So the Copilot does what you need it to do to make your life better and not more.
Thank you for that, Ayaz. The another question, which I'm very excited to hear the answer to. I'm not sure which way you'll go on this one, but will we be able to schedule actions with Cloudways Copilot?
So if you're talking about the AI insight things, where we are looking to do a deep root cause analysis of issues, in the first iteration of the product, we are not rolling out. We will not be rolling out the automatic fixing part of it. What we call performing actions to fix those problems, because we want to see how customers would want to use that feature. So we're going to roll out with the first version, which will show you all the insights, and it will make recommendations on what they can do themselves to fix that problem. Now, if this is something that's really adopted by our customers, then the second iteration would involve slowly transitioning into a part where these actions can happen. And then even when we do that, and that's for future, these actions won't be performed by the AI, but our own systems, because we will control them and we know what specific fixes need to happen. And of course, the broader vision with this, all of this, is that when you run something on Cloudways, you should not have to worry about these problems. So in the first set, you have these problems happening, you don't have insights, you have to spend time to figure out what's actually causing it. We're cutting that time down to a very minimal amount of time for you to understand what's actually happening. We're also cutting the amount of time down to give recommendations. Then eventual goal would be that, these kind of common issues, they shouldn't happen in the first place. So you shouldn't even need to know about these issues eventually. But that's a future vision that we have for that. So so for the AI insight parts, action is something that we're going to look at later on. We're going to stick to recommendations and see how customers look at it, what their feedback is. Do they think this is even useful or not? As for the part of Copilot that does repetitive stuff, that is already performing actions on your servers and applications. But these are very limited actions that we will whitelist and we will securely release. And these are actions that we control ourselves. So AI will help us identify what are those servers, what are those actions, but the actual event that will perform is going to be Cloudways that's going to do it, just the way that you would go in and do it yourself. So that's how I'd answer it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Will this question's coming in from Maurice. Will Copilot be a part of the existing current service offering, or will it be an extra fee or an add-on to enable Copilot?
Suhaib, would you like to answer it? I think this is something that we are, discussing. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, our goal is to initially we want to get some customers in this. So if you have any interest, please do reach out to us and let us know if you want to help us sort of test this in beta. We initially are thinking of a sort of model where there's some features that you're able to use for free, and then of course there will be a solution for more advanced capabilities that we potentially would charge for. We're early in the process. I mean, right now the primary goal, the engineering and product teams and design teams are working around the clock to finish this thing up and get that first product in the beta by the end of the year is our initial goal. And so we want to do that, really test the horsepower on this thing, let our customers test it and get really excited about it, and then we'll figure it out from there. I do think, ultimately, when you look at our sort of price to performance, we're going to stay very, very true to that. I mean, everything that we do, we always consider that sort of price to performance because we're in the business of aiding SMBs and small businesses, and we realize that from a resource standpoint, again, we're competing with the big players in the world, and we don't have those same level of resources. No small business does. So we will do our best to always make things very, very affordable, and make sure that price to performance is always there. And that's something that you can remain confident that we'll continue to do as we bring new tools and technology to market.
It's amazing. Can you guys comment a little bit more on some of the other workflows and tasks? Some people ask like questions on, running mass backups. Like for instance, could I just go into my Copilot if I was like, hey, I want to, do some stuff. Can I just run a backup now for all of my servers or all of my apps at once?
Yeah, so the idea is just to do that. So you can, and eventually how we go about doing it is that we don't want to right away enable everything. We want to see how useful this is, how customers are interacting with it. Is it even doing what it's supposed to? Is it creating value for you? But if it can take a backup for one application, it can take a backup for all the applications. And so I know there's a question about scheduling as well. That is also something that we can and do plan on building, but that will come later on once we see how the basic functionality with the Copilot is being being used and how people are appreciating or what issues there. So a lot of that depends on the kind of feedback that we get from customers who will test it out and use it. And again, because the horizon is pretty big, we can literally do a lot of things with this as long as we allow it and we properly secure it and put the right amount of guardrails so it doesn't just go off.
Do you envision that the Cloudways AI will integrate with existing platforms? That question's coming in from Amir Hamza.
What do you mean by existing platforms? Could you elaborate?
Maybe like whether it integrates directly with OpenAI or other things like that, other tools that are coming out that maybe have AI APIs for their AI. Is there any opportunity that the Cloudways Copilot could be integrating with those? I don't have any more details in the question.
Yeah, so for a start, it will be a closed system. We do want to make sure that the LLM that we use is in our own control and we host it ourselves. We fine tune it, and so that's the eventual goal. OpenAI could be a transition that we could use, but our end goal is to make sure that it's our own LLM that's actually running those. And then integrating, it's going to be a closed system in the sense that we have to make sure, again, it comes back to the question of security. We don't want to make it too open and allow people to do whatever they want. We have to make sure the right amount of guardrails and the security assets are in there to make sure it doesn't go about doing anything we don't want it to. But as part of our broader focus on developer workflows and to make sure developers have the right tools available, integrations with other systems is something we will consider later on once we have this out of the box and running as we think it is.
How will this integrate with support? This is coming from Stasha. Is Is AI Copilot like DIY support? We get the solution. We will also get from a live person, and we take the suggested action. What happens if we aren't successful? Can we still talk to Cloudways support
Yeah.
just like everybody else?
Yes. Yeah. So we envision this AI Insights and Copilot as an assistant that helps not just you but the support engineers as well. So there are a lot of issues that they're just redundant. They take time to debug, and and they have these specific patterns that if you follow, you can figure out what the root cause is and how to fix those. And we see that these are the areas where the AI Copilot is going to help cut down that time and get you to that root cause analysis and that solution and recommendation pretty fast, which means that support engineers can then focus their times on the more complex issues that happen for our customers that are more involved. So they can internally make use of the Copilot themselves as well. Customers obviously will have this available, but the way we see is that it will work hand in hand, both for customers and for our support engineers, to be able to figure out quickly what's causing the issue and actually get to a root cause and then fix it. And as a customer, you can still talk to support engineers around the clock. This is something that that is paramount to us, and we are very proud of our broader support function, the support engineers, the kind of quality of support that they provide, the peace of mind that they provide, and that would continue to stay as is. It's just that their time would be better utilized into giving quality support to you and not just spent on these redundant issues that can be automated away through AI. I would address that way.
Very good. There's a question here about how does Cloudways integrate with popular CMS platforms like WordPress? So maybe we can, that's just kind of, I guess, Cloudways is the WordPress host, but we can maybe go a little bit further into that.
So which one is the question? So is it, let me...
how does Cloudways integrate with popular CMS platforms like WordPress?
Cloudways. How does Cloudways integrate with...
I think most of our customers today build on WordPress. I mean, the cool thing about the Cloudways platform that's a little bit different from a lot of the folks that are in the same market is the flexibility and choice that we offer, not just with the cloud providers or partners, but also the type of application you want to build. Is it a PHP app, Magento, WordPress, etc.? That said, WordPress, as you all know, is sort of the dominating player in the force in the industry, and powers over 42, 43% of the websites in the world. And most of our customers also heavily lean towards WordPress. So yeah, you can definitely build your WordPress applications, your WooCommerce applications, and all that on the Cloudways platform without issue.
Yeah, I think if you are building a WordPress site, when you create your account, one of the first actions you're going to do is create a server application. You literally click a button and then you have a WordPress website. So it's pretty slick. If you are a business owner, e-commerce agency that's building on WordPress and you're looking for a managed WordPress host, then Cloudways is going to be a great option for you. What other, and this might be a more general question about Cloudways in terms of the managed environment, but what performance optimization features are available to developers?
So, okay, I'll take that question. I'll just give you a general idea. So in terms of developers, we do have, integrations with Object Cache. We have integrations with different add-ons. We have Cloudflare available. And there's a list that you can go in and check. I don't have the other stuff off the top of my head. But we do focus a lot both on performance and developers. And so these are two things that are top of our mind when we're building new features. And we talk to customers a lot to figure out what are those specific things that they would need in order to help them get the most out of that. And so we talked about the autonomous platform, which already tackles the performance issue that we talked about. If auto-scaling is something that is, something that you like, that's something that I would recommend you go try it out. But other than that, Suhaib, do you have any other ideas that I might?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've got a lot of development tools. I mean, Git integration for version control, staging environments, etc. But I think from a performance standpoint, we've integrated things like Cloudflare as well. And by the way, the new integration with the Immunify 360 will also do wonders in terms of optimizing for speed and performance. So I think there's a lot. There's a plethora of things that you can do and that are available for agencies, developers alike. So definitely, if you have questions, you're always welcome to reach out to our support or our CS teams, and they're also happy to kind of walk you through and give you a deeper look as well.
Awesome, guys. I think that was our last question we have time for on the opening keynote. If y'all want to learn more about Cloudways, obviously you can check out the website. We're going to be talking about the platform throughout this year's Prepathon, but let's give a round of virtual applause for Suhaib and Ayaz for dropping some major gold nuggets on the future of Cloudways, future of SMBs online.
Thanks, Brent. Thanks for hosting the session. And actually, I want to give a quick shout out to you as we have a very fun and exciting kind of SaaS Mythbusters challenge coming up. It's going to be hosted by Brent himself, who's obviously the founder of UGURUS, which has now become the agency coaching platform for Cloudways, and obviously a key member of the Cloudways leadership team. So really excited. So stay tuned, and you guys are going to have a blast with Brent next. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Suhaib.
Thank you.